Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om, Namaste. Welcome to session 61 of the Sundarakandam learning series. We are nearing the completion of Sarga 20. Here we have seen that after Hanuman has spotted Sita Mata in Ashokavana and he is waiting to approach her, there is a detailed description given of all the Rakshasis around her. Then there is a description given of how Ravana is woken up from his sleep and how he comes looking for her. 19th Sarga is that only. 20th Sarga talks about Ravana and his conversation with Sita Mata. Okay, so here what is he trying to do? He is trying to tempt her to becoming. Am I audible? Because my voice is a little low today. Okay, so he is trying to tempt her into becoming his consort. He tempts her with wealth, ornaments. He says, see, youth is a very fleeting thing. When you are young, you must enjoy life. And look at the person whom you have chosen to devote your life to Rama. He has not been able to take good care of you. So you are now with me. I will give you the best possible things. You can command not only my kingdom, you can command all your co-wives, you can command all the wealth that is there in the world. I'll win kingdoms for the sake of your father. These are the words that he has used in order to bribe her into becoming his consort. Okay. So the next sarga will only talk about her reply. We are just now in the middle of what Ravana is saying. Okay, then next shloka, let's. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. So we'll just get back to the next shloka. We'll learn the shloka and then speak. Please be on mute. क्लिष्टकौशेयवसनां क्लिष्टकौशेयवसनां तन्वीमप्यनलङ्कृता तन्वीमप्यनलङ्कृता त्वां दृष्ट्वा स्वेषु दारेषु त्वां दृष्ट्वा स्वेषु दारेषु रतिं नोपलभाम्यहम् रतिं नोपलभाम्यहम् क्लिष्टकौशेयवसनां तन्वीमप्यनलङ्कृतां त्वां दृष्ट्वा स्वेषु दारेषु रतिं नोपलभाम्यहम् त्वां दृष्ट्वा स्वेषु दारेषु रतिं नोपलभाम्यहम्. Together once more. क्लिष्टकौशेयवसनां तन्वीमप्यनलङ्कृतां त्वां दृष्ट्वा स्वेषु दारेषु रतिं नोपलभाम्यहम्. Okay, so what is he saying here? क्लिष्टकौशेयवसनां tanvim api analankritam tvam. Okay, the other two words, Krishna Kausheya Vasana and Tanvi api Analankrita, are adjectives for Sita Mata. What do they mean? Krishna, worn out. Kausheya, turned Urmari, that rust color, no, almost that like a old faded garment, faded color. Okay, faded colored, worn out clothes. One wearing faded, worn out clothes. Tanvi api Analankritam. Also with her form. Tanvi refers to her form. Api also. Analankritam, completely unadorned. Tvam, you, Sita. Drishtva, having seen. Sveshu dareshu ratim na upalabhamyaham. I do not get in my own wives. Sveshu dareshu. In my own wives. Saptami vibhakti bahuvachanam. Ratim, interest. No, not. Upalabhamyaham. I do not get it at all. I am not interested in my wives. Although I see you looking so bad, I still want to possess you only. I'm not interested in my wives. Again, he's lying. Last night, what was he doing? He was in the banqueting hall. And what did he do? Had a lovely time. He ate good food, had amazing wine. He was in the company of dancing women, musicians. All the women and his harem were there entertaining him. So he is just lying for the sake of convincing Sita Mata. Antahpuranivasinyah Antahpuranivasinyah Striyah sarvagunanvitah Striyah sarvagunanvitah Yavatyo mama sarvasam यावत्यो मम सर्वासाम् ऐश्वर्यं कुरु जानकी ऐश्वर्यं कुरु जानकी अन्तःपुरनिवासिन्यः स्त्रियः सर्वगुणान्विताः अन्तःपुरनिवासिन्यः स्त्रियः सर्वगुणान्विताः यावत्यो मम सर्वासाम् ऐश्वर्यं कुरु जानकी यावत्यो मम सर्वासाम् ऐश्वर्यं कुरु जानकी टुगेदर अन्तःपुरनिवासिन्यः स्त्रियः सर्वगुणान्विताः यावत्यो मम सर्वासाम् ऐश्वर्यं कुरु जानकी. He is addressing her as Hey Janaki, O daughter of Janaka. Mama Antahpura Nivasinyaha. My Antahpura Nivasinyaha means the ladies who are residing in my Antahpura. How are they? Sarva Gunanvitaha. They possess all good attributes. Yavantyaha Striyaha. Whatever women are there. Sarvasam. Over all of them. Aishwaryam Puru. Assert your authority. Assert your importance over all of them. See, you are the daughter of King Janaka. You are used to commanding a large group of helping girls and servants and people who are there to serve you. So here, all my premier queens will become your serving girls. So you can become the mistress of all of them. Next shloka. Mama hyasitake shante, mama hyasitake shante, trailokya pravara striyaha, trailokya pravara striyaha, tastvam paricharisyanti. तास्त्वां परिचरिष्यन्ति श्रियमप्सरसो यथा मम ह्यसितके शान्ते त्रैलोक्यप्रवरा स्त्रियाः मम ह्यसितके शान्ते त्रैलोक्यप्रवरा स्त्रियाः तास्त्वां परिचरिष्यन्ति श्रियम् अप्सरसो यथा तास्त्वां परिचरिष्यन्ति श्रियम् अप्सरसो यथा. Together. मम ह्यसितके शान्ते त्रैलोक्यप्रवरा स्त्रियः तास्त्वां परिचरिष्यन्ति श्रियमप्सरसो यथा. Okay. Asita Keshante, oh one with dark tresses. Okay, here the verb is paricharisyanti. They will serve you. Who will serve you? Mama taha, my, those, Trailokya pravaraha. Best among all the women in the three worlds. Striyaha, those kind of women. Apsarasaha, Shriyam, Yatha, Tva paricharishyati. Like Apsaras. They will Shriyam Yatha, like how Apsaras serve Lakshmi Devi. Shriyam refers to Lakshmi Devi. Like how Apsaras serve Lakshmi Devi, all my beloved wives who are the foremost among women to be found in the three worlds, they will all serve you. So here the comparison is Apsaras serve Shriya. Who is Shriya? Lakshmi Devi. So like how Lakshmi Devi is served with Apsaras, you will be served by my wives. यानि वैश्रवणे सुभ्रू रत्नानि च धनानि च तानि लोकांश्च शुश्रोणि मां च भुङ्क्ष्व यथा सुखम्. Line to line. यानि वैश्रवणे सुभ्रू रत्नानि च धनानि च यानि वैश्रवणे सुभ्रू रत्नानि च धनानि च तानि लोकांश्च शुश्रूणि मां च भुङ्क्ष्व यथा सुखम् तानि लोकांश्च शुश्रूणि मां च भुङ्क्ष्व यथा सुखम् टुगेदर यानि वैश्रवणे सुभ्रू रत्नानि च धनानि च तानि लोकांश्च शुश्रूणि मां च भुङ्क्ष्व यथा सुखम् हे Sushroni, हे Subhru, or rather O one with beautiful hips and beautiful brows, eyebrow. Subhru means bro, bru means bro. Vaishravene yani. So here the word is the verb is bhunkshva. You may enjoy. What may you enjoy? Vaishravene yani ratnani. Okay. Dhanani cha. Tani lokans cha. Mam cha yathasukam bhunkshva. The word Vaishravane can be taken as in Kubera's control. But here Ravana is also Vaishravana. Correct. So when you say Vaishravane, it refers to here Ravana. So in Ravana's kingdom, Yani Ratnani, whatever gems are there. But then is he referring to himself in third person? If he is not, then he is referring to Kubera. Okay, so either he is saying, oh, whatever is there in Ravana's kingdom you may enjoy, or whatever is there with Kubera you may enjoy. So Vaishravane Yani Ratnani, Dhanani cha, and wealth which is there. Tani, that all that. Lokanscha, all the lokas, Mamcha and me, Yathasukam Bhukshva, you may enjoy as you please. He's again Atmanivedana. He's offering himself to her. All my possessions, my lands, my properties, my people, and myself. I offer all of these at your feet. Okay. If only he had told this with humility and without nefarious intent, automatic moksha only for him. Correct? But no, he had to do one more run. न रामस्तपसा देवी न रामस्तपसा देवी न बलेन न विक्रमे न बलेन न विक्रमे विक्रमैः sorry न बलेन न विक्रमैः न धनेन मया तुल्यः न धनेन मया तुल्यः तेजसा यशसापि वा तेजसा यशसापि वा न रामस्तपसा देवी न बलेन न विक्रमैः न रामस्तपसा देवी न बलेन न विक्रमैः न धनेन मया तुल्यः तेजसा यशसापि वा न धनेन मया तुल्यः तेजसा यशसापि वा टुगेदर न रामस्तपसा देवी न बलेन न विक्रमैः न धनेन मया तुल्यस्तेजसा यशसापि वा. Okay, na tulyaha asti. Asti is a verb we have to add. Devi, oh Devi, Ramaha, Rama, tapasa maya na tulyaha. In penance, he is not equal to me. Here, look at the ego. Even for propitiating Lord Shiva and doing penance to Lord Shiva and winning close to immortality, Ravana has no humility. He believes that Rama is not equal to him in tapasya. Tapasa maya na tulyaha. Okay. Then balena na vikramaihi tulyaha. Balena, in his strength he is not equal to me. Vikramaihi, here vikrama means valor. So in his valor he is not equal. By acts of valor, vikramaihi is in bahuvachana. In acts of valor he is not equal to me. Na dhanena, not in wealth. Tejasa, not in radiance. Yashasa api, not in fame also. How deluded is he? What is he deluded by? Complete maya. Right? The 10 indriyas, when they are focused outwards and they engage only with the world, what happens? We start thinking, this is mine. These things are mine. I am so great. In Bhagavad Gita, there's a shloka, no? Adhyo vidanavanasmi, ko anyo asti sadrisho maya, yakshye dasya vimodishyeti ajnana vimohitaha. People who have this ajnana, what do they think? Adhyaha asmiham. Dhanavanasmi, kaha asmi, sadrishomaya. Who is there? Kaha asti sadrishomaya. Who is there equal to me? This is how they think it seems when they are deluded by Maya. Okay, so exact dialogue in his own way. He's saying with all his insecurity, he's bringing Rama there in comparison and saying nobody can equal me in valor, in wealth, in all that I possess. Even in my tapasya, Rama is not equal to me. Okay. पिब विहर रमस्व भुङ्क्ष्व भोगान् पिब विहर रमस्व भुङ्क्ष्व भोगान् धननिचयं प्रदिशामि मेदिनीं च धननिचयं प्रदिशामि मेदिनीं च मयिलललने यथा सुखं त्वं मयिलललने यथा सुखं त्वं त्वयि च समेत्य ललन्तु बान्धवास्ते त्वयि च समेत्य ललन्तु बान्धवास्ते पिब विहर रमस्व भुङ्क्ष्व भोगान् धननिचयं प्रदिशामि मेदिनीं च पिब विहर रमस्व भुङ्क्ष्व भोगान् धननिचयं प्रदिशामि मेदिनीं च मयिलललने यथा सुखं त्वं त्वयि च समेत्य ललन्तु बान्धवास्ते मयिलललने यथा सुखं त्वं त्वयि च समेत्य ललन्तु बान्धवास्ते यदा पिब विहर रमस्व भुङ्क्ष्व भोगान् धननिचयं प्रदिशामि मेदिनीं च मयिलललने यथा सुखं त्वं त्वयि च समेत्य ललन्तु बान्धवास्ते ललन्तु pradishami many verbs are there. Last one that we are seeing is lalantu in the sentence, but let's go over it. Lalane, oh delightful one. Dhananichayam medinim cha pradishami. Okay, that is one verb. Pradishami, I will present to you. What will I present to you? Dhananichayam, heaps of riches. Not just one bag or two bags, but mountains and mountains of gold coins, precious jewels, and all the riches that are there, I'll present to you in heaps. Medinim cha, the entire earth I will lay at your feet. Tvam, you, piba, vihara, ramasva, bhogan, bhungshva yathasukam. Yathasukam, as you please. Piba, drink. Vihara, sport with me. Ramasva, enjoy with me. Bhogan, bhungshva, enjoy the various pleasures that I'm offering to you. As you please. Yathasukam. Mai lalate, in me you may sport. Te bandhav, mai lala, in me you may sport. Te bandhavaha, your kin, your relatives, sametya, can all come together. And twayi lalantu, in you let them delight, because you will become a source of riches, you will become a source of pleasures for all your relatives also. So I will satisfy you and I will satisfy all your relatives. Just like you may delight in me, your relatives will all delight in you. Okay. He doesn't realize whom he is talking to. That's all we can tell about him. कुसुमिततरुजालसन्ततानि कुसुमिततरुजालसन्ततानि भ्रमरयुतानि समुद्रतीरजानि भ्रमरयुतानि समुद्रतीरजानि कनकविमलहारभूषिताङ्गी कनकविमलहारभूषिताङ्गी विहरमया सह भीरुकाननानि विहर मया सह भीरुकाननानि कुसुमिततरुजालसन्ततानि भ्रमरयुतानि समुद्रतीरजानि कुसुमिततरुजालसन्ततानि भ्रमरयुतानि समुद्रतीरजानि कनकविमलहारभूषिताङ्गी विहर मया सह भीरुकाननानि कनकविमलहारभूषिताङ्गी विहर मया सह भीरुकाननानि टुगेदर कुसुमिततरुजालसन्ततानि भ्रमरयुतानि समुद्रतीरजानि कनकविमलहारभूषिताङ्गी विहर मया सह भीरुकाननानि. Okay, vihara, you may enjoy. What should you enjoy? Hey, Biru, oh timid lady. Kanaka Vimalahara Bhushitangi. Angi, one with a form. What is a form like? Kanaka Vimalahara Bhushita. Kanaka, golden, Vimala, spotless, Hara, necklaces, garlands, Bhushita, adorned. So one adorned with spotless golden necklaces. Kusumita Tarujala Santatani. Among the stretches of Kusumita, flowering, Taru, trees, Jala, stretches, long patches of land like that. Santatani, fully blossomed, fully grown trees. So among trees which are fully blossomed, Bhramarayutani, which are frequented by swarms of bees. Bhramara means bee, Yuta means collections, herds. Um, what do you call for bees? What is the collective noun for bees? Does anyone remember?
Swarm.
Swarm of bees, correct. Thank you. Swarms of bees. Thank you so much. Samudra Tira Jani. Kananani. Kanana means forest. Samudra Tira Jani means grown on the seashore. So forests which are like mangroves that are there on the seashores. Maya Saha Vihara. With me, you may enjoy. Okay. So, and then we come to the next sarga. Iti Srimad Ramayane Sundarakande Vimshat Sargaha. Did your hand is raised?
Ma'am, at the beginning of this Sarga, you told, despite Ravana's speech to Sita Mata, his entreaties are considered as surrender to Jagannatha, ma'am. Why is that so?
Okay, because of these words that he uses. See, how is she? How is okay? Now this I have to. Yeah. Okay. I think I'll just take a quick detour into the explanation of why is all the words of Ravana are filled with sense of ego, me, mine. Correct. None of it is actually filled with surrender. When you actually offer to God, do you offer with ego? No, no. How do we offer? This is your thing that I'm offering back to you. That's how we offer. When we give prasad, when we give nevedyam, that is the attitude. When we do any service for God also, that is the attitude. I am doing your work. I am doing what you gave me, I'm giving back to you. You are the real owner of this, right? So here, the attitude of a devotee must be like that. Okay. But there is Ambal's attitude also. There is a beautiful shloka from Soundara Lahari. Those of you who have attended Soundara Lahari class will remember immediately. Can you think of which shloka? You all know the meaning, so you'll be able to get the shloka also. Should I give a clue? Incomplete sentence. Angena answered on the Shriya answered of.
Bhavani Tvam Dase, ma'am.
Very good, Shriya. Yeah, but very good. Bhavani Tvam Dase. What does the shloka say? Bhavani Tvam Dase Mai Vitara Drishtim Sakarunam Iti Stotum Vanchan Kathayati Bhavani Tvam Iti Yaha Tadaiva Tvam Tasmai Dishasi Nija Sayujya Padavim Mukunda Brahmendra Skutamakuta Nirajita Padam. So there is one devotee. He goes to Ambal. He is going with the right attitude. I want to be your dasa. Bhavani Tvam Dase. I am your dasa. Mai Vitara Drishtim Sa Karunam. Cast on me your compassionate glance. So he is going with a very sincere prayer in his mind. He is going with this prayer in his mind. So he is about to say the words. Bhavani Tvam Dase. Mai Vitara Drishtim Sa Karunam. He is about to say this. What does he say? He just says Bhavani Tvam. Kathayati Bhavani Tvam iti yaha. Saha kathayati. Kim kathayati? Bhavani Tvam iti kathayati. He just says Bhavani Tvam. What does Ambal say? Oh, Bhavani Tvam. I want to be you is the meaning of Bhavani Tvam. Okay. In Sanskrit, the word Bhavani means may I be. May I be you. The moment Ambal hears the words may I be you, what does she do? Dishasi nija sayujya padavim. She gives sayujya padavi to that devotee. Okay, the devotee goes there expecting to get her compassionate glance. What does he get? Moksha instead. Okay, this is the purport of that shloka. Same way, what does Janaki do? She is Jagannatha. She is the most compassionate one. Instead of looking at the intent behind the words that are flowing from Ravana's mouth, she hears words like Mam api. Let's just look at the correct shloka, the previous shloka. I'll just move the screen there and show you the shloka also, so that you will know the Atmanivedana that he is doing. Ha. Mam cha bhungshva. You may enjoy me, and you may enjoy all my possessions. You may enjoy everything that belongs to me. The moment she hears this, what she hears is not the ego, not the mama bhava. She only hears, this devotee is offering surrender. Mam bhungshva, enjoy me. He is offering like this to me. Let me be kind to him also. So how is she kind to him? What happens is, Anantarama Dikshitar actually very nicely says in his commentary. Let me just see if I have written any words from that. I must have written. Yes. So Ravana attains Sadgati at the hands of Rama. That is one advantage that happens. He is even a villain, a person who hates Bhagavan, reaches him because he constantly contemplates on him. This is a truth which is underlined in every episode in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, you find here even Narayani you will therefore find, because Narayani was only condensation of Bhagavatam, right? So in Srimad Bhagavatam, the Tatparya is Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, these asuras hated Rama, they kept thinking of Rama constantly and therefore they attained Sahijya. But here, what Anantarama Dikshitar says, even in the Narayaniam Bhashyam, and even here, because he is known for his Narayaniam Bhashyam, apart from the Narayaniam commentaries, here for Sundarakandam also he says it is Jagannata's Kripa. Because he offered himself to her, she decided he will get Sadgati by reaching his hand at the hands of Ravana. Not only will he attain Sadgati, his entire lineage will be protected by the Kuladevata of Rama. Sri Ranganatha Swami will protect. The entire, that's why he faces south. Correct? Vibhishana was given the Ranganath Swami idol and the idol faces south. Thereby, who is facing, when Sri Ranganatha Swami faces Lanka, Sakshat Sridevi is facing Lanka. Her Kataksha will always be on Ravana's Kula, Ravana's Rajya. Even though Ravana may have met his end, she will not forsake him or his Kula. And as long as the sun and the moon will last, his Aishwarya will be retained in his Vamsha. Okay, his Vamsha will continue to prosper. So that is the Kataksha that she cast on him because of his totally unintended surrender. Okay. That tells us one thing, at least Vachyarthe, at least for the sake of telling, we should daily surrender something. Correct? Even if we don't really, like how children know, you ask a child who's reluctant to share a toy to share, what will the child do? The child, because you're forcing the child to share, he or she will give the child toy for a second and grab it back immediately. Okay? Or will pretend as if she is sharing, and then when you're not looking, we'll take it back quietly. Okay, so children will do that because they have a very strong sense of this is my toy, my toy. Okay, same way we also have the same sense of strong sense of, this is mine. Luckily, Bhagavan does not eat the prasadam that we keep in front of him, correct? Otherwise, God knows. Okay, so anyway, so whatever we keep, at least Vachyartha, let us keep offering. The more we offer, we may actually end up meaning it also, and whatever we offer will be accepted very graciously because the acceptor is not like us. Okay, so now we'll move forward. Thank you, Aditi, for actually pausing and asking because I wanted to touch on this point and I forgot. अथ एकविंशः सर्गाः रावणतिरस्करणम्. This is an important sarga. This also is very important because she is offering upadesha. The words of upadesha can be taken to include us also. We as children of Ambal can take some words to heart and say, yeah, this is for me also, not just for Ravana. Okay, and she is extremely kind to him, more than he deserves, obviously. Okay, let's start the first shloka. Tasya tadvach, benefit of this sarga, just like in 20 and 21, for inculcating good thoughts. Prasadam, warm milk and kalkanda sugar to be offered in the evening time. Tasya tadvachanam shrutva Sita raudrasya rakshasaha. Tasya tadvachanam shrutva Sita raudrasya rakshasaha. आर्तादीनस्वरादीनम् आर्तादीनस्वरादीनम् प्रत्युवाच शनैर्वचः प्रत्युवाच शनैर्वचः तस्य तद्वचनं together तस्य तद्वचनं श्रुत्वा सीता रौद्रस्य रक्षसाः आर्तादीनस्वरादीनं प्रत्युवाच शनैर्वचः. Okay, so here the verb is pratyuvacha, replied. Okay, Sita, Sita Mata, tasya raudrasya rakshasaha, of that Raudrasya Rakshasa means angry Rakshasa. He has not shown her anger to her. Here Raudrasya Rakshasa refers to one whose nature is extremely Rajasic, because of which he has a tendency to anger, passion and kama. Okay, so Raudrasya does not refer to he was speaking angry words to her, simply means that he is a very angry and Rajasic Rakshasa. Okay, Raudrasya Rakshasas Tatvachanam Shrutva. Those words having heard. They were oily words meant to convince her to trust him. And then he started trying to bribe her. And then he kept feeding her lies. Correct? With all these words that she had heard, what was her reaction? Arta, oppressed, sad, Deenaswara, in a sorrowful tone. Deenaswara does not mean Mandaswara. Mandaswara means low tone. Deenaswara means sad tone. Deenam, pitiably. Shanaihi, slowly. Slowly again does not mean softly. Slowly means carefully enunciating each word, choosing her words before she talks to him. Vachaha pratyuvacha, spoke these words to him. Okay, she is undoubtedly sad, but she knows what she is going to speak and she is not going to speak out of fear. Dukkhartarudati Sita, Dukkhartarudati Sita, Vepamana tapasvini, Vepamana tapasvini, Chintayanti vararoha, Chintayanti vararoha, Patimeva pativrata, Patimeva pativrata, Tridhamantaratah kritva, Tridhamantaratah kritva, Pratyuvacha Shuchismita, Pratyuvacha Shuchismita, Dukkharta Rudati Sita, Vepamana tapasvini, Dukkharta Rudati Sita, Vepamana tapasvini, Chintayanti vararoha, Patimeva pativrata, Chintayanti vararoha, Patimeva pativrata, Tridhamantaratah kritva, Pratyuvacha Shuchismita, Tridhamantaratah kritva, Pratyuvacha Shuchismita. Together. Dukkharta rudati Sita, Vepamana tapasvini, Chintayanti vararoha, Patimeva pativrata, Tridhamantaratah kritva, Pratyuvacha Shuchismita. Verb is Pratyuvacha. She replied. What did she reply? First, all these words in the first two parts are adjectives to describe her. Dukkharta, one who was affected by grief. Rudati, one who was crying. Vepamana, trembling. Tapasvini, the ascetic one. Vararoha, of beautiful form. Patimeva chintayanti, one who was constantly thinking of her husband. Pativrata, the chaste wife. Shuchismita, one with a gentle smile. Scared also, crying also, trembling also, still gentle smile. The gentle smile is for the action that is going to accompany that smile. Trinam antarata kritva, having placed a trina or a grass in between. Trina means grass, blade of grass. Antarataha, in between. In between who? Ravana and herself. Kritva, having placed, Pratyuvacha spoke. So as she placed that blade of grass in between herself and Ravana, there was a gentle smile on her face. Okay, so why? Commentators have obviously discussed why. Okay, first one, the most commonly accepted explanation is Sita, being a great Pativrata, as has just been laid out in the previous pada, will obviously not talk to a strange man. So she put a blade of grass in between, saying, I am talking to the grass, not to you. Okay. If you happen to hear it, if you're in the vicinity of the grass and all these words fall in your ears, so be it. But I'm not talking to you directly. Okay. Then there is the Shiromani Tikakara who says, Ravana's motive for wanting to possess her has been, as in the previous shloka, Raudrasya Rakshasaha. This is Raudra nature. This is Rajasic nature. Overcome by his Rajoguna and with the Tamoguna, namely his delusion about himself and his possessions and his reality, has caused him to covet Sita Mata. Who is she? Is she an object to be coveted by an individual like Ravana? Jnanis covet her. Jnanis want to spend time with her. Great bhaktas want to reach her. But who is this Ravana? Completely overcome by Tamoguna and Rajoguna, he wants to possess me. Thinking this, she smiled a gentle smile. Okay, that is why she smiled gently and then placed the blade of grass. Thinking, let him do what he wants. I am not going to be his. My life is equal to a blade of grass. And I'm placing that in between and say, let things take their own course. I am not going to give in to Ravana's demands. Another commentator says, she looks at Ravana and says, you are equal to a blade of grass, puts the grass in between and talks to him. Okay, so we have three reasons why she puts a blade of grass. One is Samanya Dharma, Stri Dharma. Okay, I won't talk to a strange male. Second dharma, my life is equal to a blade of grass. What do you think of yourself? You're so full of Rajoguna, Tamoguna, you want to possess me. Yeah? Let us see what happens. And she places it. The third one is, you are equal to a blade of grass. To whom? To Ravana himself. Thus, conveying these silent, powerful messages, she places the blade of grass and then opens her mouth. Ravana is quite dense, by the way. He doesn't get it. It is only for us. Nivartaya manomattaha, nivartaya manomattaha, swajane kriyatam manaha, swajane kriyatam manaha, namam prarthayitum yuktam, namam prarthayitum yuktam, susiddhim iva papakrit, सुसिद्धिम् इव पापकृत् निवर्तय मनोमत्तः स्वजने क्रियतां मनः निवर्तय मनोमत्तः स्वजने क्रियतां मनः न मां प्रार्थयितुं युक्तम् सुसिद्धिम् इव पापकृत् न मां प्रार्थयितुं युक्तं सुसिद्धिम् इव पापकृत्. Together. निवर्तय मनोमत्तः स्वजने क्रियतां मनः न मां प्रार्थयितुं युक्तं सुसिद्धिम् इव पापकृत्. Okay, so here these words have a literal meaning and they have a deeper meaning, because after all these are the first words spoken by Sita Mata in Sundarakandam. Till now she has not opened her mouth, right? So there is an upadesha there. Okay, the Laukika upadesha is very simple. Mattaha manaha nivartaya. Mattaha means what? From me. Panchami vibhakti. From me. Manaha, your mind. Nivartaya, turn it away. Turn your mind away from me. Okay. Swajane manaha kriyatam. Swajana, in your own people, namely your wives. Manaha, your mind. Kriyatam, you may place. Papakrit susiddhim eva Mam prarthayitum na yuktam. Like how a papi, papakrit means a great sinner. Susiddhim iva. Can he pray for redemption? Can he pray for moksha? A great sinner. Like that, Mam prarthayitum, you praying to me, or you here praying to me is not to be taken as praying directly, but you desiring me. You requesting me for my favors. Mam prarthayitum na yuktam. It is not befitting. Okay, now you have to turn it a little bit and then understand the meaning. This is the basic meaning. You are a sinner, just like a sinner cannot pray for redemption. You asking me for my favors is just not fit. And turn your mind away from me. Put your mind in your wives. Basic Upadesha she has given him. Now let's look at the words and analyze what is the deeper meaning in Sita Mata's Upadesha. First word that she is used is manaha. Okay. Second word that she is used is another word she is used is she has used two manaha in the first sentence. Have you noticed? Right? Manaha mattaha nivartaya swajane kriyatam manaha. Again she is told. See, two times there is manaha. So here the first manaha means mind, your mind. With respect to me, nivartaya, turn it towards me. Who should turn? Not Ravana. Us Jivatmas should fix our minds on her. Manaha nivartaya. Then manaha kriyatam. That manaha nivartaya again should be used for the word manaha. Second word. Again nivartaya should be added. Nivartaya also means to, it's like those of you who solve crosswords will be aware of things called anagram indicators. If you have a word, there'll be an anagram indicator like a turn, okay, or it could be something like if Shreya is there, she'll give me more. Shreya, give me more anagram indicator examples. Quickly tell. Shake. Tell me. Do you remember? There are many anagram indicators. Okay. So here this nivartaya means make an anagram. Only two letters are there. How can you make an anagram? Turn the letters. Manaha becomes namaha. Mattaha namaha. Okay. Bow to me. Turn your mind towards me. Bow to me. If you do, and then swajane kriyatam manaha. Use that word manaha again for swajane kriyatam manaha. Think of people. Swajane means what? My own people. Consider who are they? Who is really my own person? Okay. Do I really have? Whom can I really call as mine? If you start thinking like that, you will say, nobody except Bhagavan is mine. So swajane kriyatam manaha. Okay, and then namam prarthayitum yuktam susiddhim iva papakrit. So if you are a sinner, this upadesha basically means mam prarthayitum yuktam. So this na has to go to the previous. Na swajane, swajanaha, kopina. There is nobody who is a swajana. And then start with mam prarthayitum yuktam susiddhim iva papakrit. Even a sinner can pray to me for redemption. I will grant it if he has my grace. How? If he turns his mind towards me, bows to me with sincere surrender, realizes that there is no one else for him but me, swajane na manaha na kriyatam, then he will realize that I will grant him moksha, even if he is a sinner. So it is a positive vakya. Understood? So the positive vakya comes out of a very seemingly negative sentence because of the way it has been constructed. Okay. Next, I hope I explained it with some amount of clarity. Okay, great. So next shloka we will move on to. Akaryam namaya karyam. Akaryam namaya karyam ekapatnya vigarhitam ekapatnya vigarhitam kulam sampraptaya punyam kulam sampraptaya punyam kule mahati jataya akaryam namaya karyam ekapatnya vigarhitam akaryam namaya karyam ekapatnya vigarhitam kulam sampraptaya punyam kule mahati jataya कुलं सम्प्राप्तया पुण्यं कुले महति जातया. Together. अकार्यं न मया कार्यम् एकपत्न्या विगर्हितम् कुलं सम्प्राप्तया पुण्यं कुले महति जातया. So these are sentences which we kind of expect. Mahati kule jataya, having been born in a great lineage. Punyam kulam sampraptaya. Punyam kulam, good kulam, good family. Sampraptaya, by reaching through marriage or by attaining a good family through marriage. Ekapatniya maya, by me who is devoted only to my husband. Ekaha patihi yasyaha sa ekapatni. Okay, one who has only one husband. Ekapatni. Ekapatniya sa. One who has only one husband. Ekapatni. Okay, so one who has, by being completely devoted to my husband. Vigarhitam, this kind of a contemptible, akaryam, forbidden, karyam, akaryam, na karyam, I should not do. So, being born in a great lineage, being married into a great lineage, and also being a chaste wife of Rama, I cannot do such contemptuous deeds as marrying you. एवमुक्त्वा तु वैदेही एवमुक्त्वा तु वैदेही रावणं तं यशस्विनी राक्षसं पृष्ठतः कृत्वा भूयो वचनमब्रवीत् भूयो वचनमब्रवीत् एवमुक्त्वा तु वैदेही रावणं तं यशस्विनी एवमुक्त्वा तु वैदेही रावणं तं यशस्विनी राक्षसं पृष्ठतः कृत्वा भूयो वचनमब्रवीत् राक्षसं पृष्ठतः कृत्वा भूयो वचनमब्रवीत्. एवमुक्त्वा तु वैदेही रावणं तं यशस्विनी राक्षसं पृष्ठतः कृत्वा भूयो वचनमब्रवीत्. Yashaswini Vaidehi, the famous Vaidehi, tam Ravanam, to that Ravana, evam uktva, having spoken thus, Rakshasam prishtataha kritva, turning her back to the Rakshasa, Bhuyaha, again, Vachanam, words she spoke, Abravit. Okay, so now after facing him and telling him, I will not do such a contemptible act as marrying you, she considers himself wholly beneath her notice, not at all fit for her to even cast her glance on him, which is why she turns away from him. To say, because those who are contemptible, we can't bear looking at them, no? Correct? So, not only is his offer contemptible, he is also not worthy of her attention. So, she turns her back and then speaks. Still, she speaks words of kindness. नाहमौपैकी भार्या परभार्या सती तव साधु धर्ममवेक्षस्व साधु व्रतञ्चर साधु व्रतञ्चर नाहमौपैकी भार्या परभार्या सती तव साधु धर्ममवेक्षस्व साधु व्रतञ्चर साधु धर्ममवेक्षस्व साधु व्रतञ्चर. Together. नाहमौपैकी भार्या परभार्या सती तव साधु धर्ममवेक्षस्व साधु व्रतञ्चर. So chara is the verb. You may tread. What should you tread? Obviously good path. Okay. Sati parabharya aham. Parabharya, another person's wife. Sati, completely chaste. Aham, I. Aupaiki bharya. Okay. Aupaiki bharya, three commentators give three meanings for it. Okay. The Shiromani Bhashakara says, one who is just wife of convenience for you. You decided to abduct me and enjoy me as your wife just like that, for your pleasure, for your convenience. Tilaka commentator says, Bhogya Yogya, similar in meaning. Okay, one who is fit only for pleasure. Then the other meaning, Shiromani Bhashakara also says, one who is obtained through your efforts. Okay, a wife is not obtained through a person's individual efforts by abducting. A wife is obtained by a person's individual efforts in marrying that person under as in the dharmic way. Correct. In this adharmic way, you have obtained me through your own efforts. So I am not such a wife. I am not an aupaiki bharya. Na dharmam. Na dharmam sadhu avekshasva. Okay, this is not dharma. Sadhu avekshasva. Avekshasva means what? You may examine carefully. Sadhu avekshasva. Carefully. Well, you may examine. Again, dharmam sadhu avekshasva. Well, you may examine dharma. Tava sadhu vratam sadhu chara. Your code of honesty. You may well examine. Sadhu vratam means your own code of ethics. Please examine. Sadhu chara. Tread on the right path. The word sadhu is used 3 times in the shloka. One sadhu means dharma. Sadhu vrata, code of honesty, good conduct. Sadhu chara, good path. Tread on the good path. Okay, so basically she's telling, turn your mind away from coveting another person's wife. Tread on the path of dharma. Who is there to tell you what is dharma? At least evaluate your own dharma. One minute. Change the shlokas, right? यथा तव तथान्येषां यथा तव तथान्येषां दारारक्ष्यानि शाचर दारारक्ष्यानि शाचर आत्मानम् उपमां कृत्वा आत्मानम् उपमां कृत्वा स्वेषु दारेषु रम्यताम् स्वेषु दारेषु रम्यताम् यथा तव तथान्येषां दारारक्ष्यानि शाचर यथा तव तथान्येषां दारारक्ष्यानि शाचर आत्मानम् उपमां कृत्वा स्वेषु दारेषु रम्यताम् आत्मानम् उपमां कृत्वा स्वेषु दारेषु रम्यताम्. Okay, so here we must realize that just like when a small child, right, hits another child, what do we tell the child? Put yourself in the shoe of that child. Okay, if you were to get hit like this by somebody unfairly, would you like it? Sita Mata, being the compassionate Jagan Mata, is actually talking to Ravana like that. Okay, hey Nishachara, oh Rakshasa. Nishachara means what? Nisham charati iti Nishachara. One who walks around in the night time. That means what? Only Rakshasa. Okay, so Rakshasa is what? Full of Rajoguna. So, oh, one with Rajoguna, Tamoguna, you are being blinded by your gunas. Okay, your swabhava, your nature is like that. I am not blaming you, my child, I am blaming your nature. Look at that. Okay, I realize that it is your nature that it is to be blamed for your behavior. But just consider, Tava yatha, yours as if, Anyesham daraha, tatha, others' wives, like that, Rakshyaha, you must protect, Atmanam upama kritva, comparing yourself, put yourself in their position, Atmanam, yourself, upama, example, kritva, by setting, Sveshu dareshu ramyata, in your wives you may be happy. So essentially, just like if somebody else were to do this to your wives, wouldn't you consider that wrong? In the same way, treat others' wives like how you would want your wives to be treated by others. Okay, so Atmanam Upama Kritva, keeping yourself as an example. Sveshu Darishu, in your own wives you may enjoy. Sure, Shiromani Bhashakara also says, if you are committing such a sin of coveting other people's wives, then the sin will come not only to you, but to all your wives also. And not only your wives, your whole Rajya. The entire Rajyam will perish if the Raja Raja's conduct is reproachable. Raja's conduct is not good. So, if you fall from Dharma, the kingdom will perish. So, that is the intent behind her words. Atushtam sveshu dareshu. Atushtam sveshu dareshu. Chapalam chalitendriyam. Chapalam chalitendriyam. Nayanti nikriti pragyam. Nayanti nikriti pragyam. Paradara parabhavam. Paradara parabhavam. Atushtam sveshu dareshu. Chapalam chalitendriyam. Atushtam sveshu dareshu. Chapalam chalitendriyam. Nayanti nikriti pragyam. Paradara parabhavam. Nayanti nikriti pragyam. Paradara parabhavam. Together. Atushtam sveshu dareshu. Chapalam chalitendriyam. Nayanti nikriti pragyam. Paradara parabhavam. Nayanti. It will lead you to, what will lead you to? Sveshu dareshu atushtam. Okay. Sveshu dareshu, in your wives. Atushtam. To one who is dissatisfied in your own wives. Okay. And who are you? Chapalam chalitendriyam. One with a fickle person who does not have control over his sense organs. Chalita indriyani. Okay, indriyas are what? The jnana indriyas. Okay, all the five are out of your control. Your mind is not strong enough to control your indriyas. On top of it, you are fickle by nature. Nikriti pragyam. To who? To one who is pragya, whose intelligence, nikriti, is not on the right path. It is evil. It is twisted. One with an evil mind, one with a twisted mind. Okay. To such a person. So, to one with an evil mind, to one with sense organs which are not under one's control, to one who is not satisfied in his wives, paradaraha parabhavam nayanti. Paradaraha, others' wives. We should take it, we should add a verb here. Coveting others' wives. We should understand it like that. Okay. Paradaraha, paradaraha, coveting other people's wives. Parabhavam nayanti will lead you to only insult, defeat, loss of glory, loss of wealth, loss of fame. All these problems it will lead to. Okay. Anantarav Dikshita says, Ayur Arogya Kirti Kshayaha Bhavati. All the three will go. Ayur Arogya Kirti. Okay. If you covet other people's property. Paradhara. Here it is a question of, this shloka is a life lesson for us. We are not coveting other people's wives, but we covet other people's possessions, don't we? We feel dissatisfied with what we have. Okay, in our own possessions, we feel, I can have more of this. That person has bought a new car. She changes her car every year. I change my car only once in 16 years. Okay, I need a car at least every alternate year. If one was to start thinking like that and covet other people's things, what will happen? Coveting other people's things will lead to loss of Ayu, Arogya, Aishwarya, Kirti. Be contented with what you have. That's a lesson basically given by Sita Mata here to all of us. Okay, so now we'll move forward. Iha santo navasanti, iha santo navasanti, sato va nanuvartase, sato va nanuvartase, tatha hi viparitate, tatha hi viparitate, buddhiracharavajjita, buddhiracharavajjita. Iha santo navasanti, sato va nanuvartase. Iha santo navasanti, sato va nanuvartase. Tatha hi viparitate, buddhiracharavajjita. Tatha hi viparitate, buddhiracharavajjita. Together. Iha santo navasanti, sato va nanuvartase tatha hi viparita te buddhirachara vajjita tatha hi viparita te buddhirachara vajjita. We chanted it together already, no? I just repeated it twice, not required. Okay, so here three shlokas are linked, the next three, but we will do Anvaya one by one. Okay, Asti is what we have to add. Iha santaha nava santi sataha nanu vartaseva. Okay, iha santaha nava santi. Iha means here. Santaha means good people. Okay, people like Vibhishana. Okay, people who can give good advice, good advisors, good ministers. Nava santi. Are they not there? Okay, santaha means good people. Santi is a verb. Okay, they are not there, is it? Okay, is what question she's asking. Sataha nanuvatta seva. Sataha of good people. What of good people? Words of good people. Nanuvarta se. Do not follow. Va, is it? Is it that you don't listen to good people's advice? Tathahi, likewise, achara varjita te buddhihi viparita asti. Your buddhi is viparita. Okay. First it is viparita means what? Perverse. Okay. Achara varjita buddhi. Without the right conduct. Okay. Why you don't have the right conduct? Because you do not follow the example set by good people. So your nature itself has become achara varjita. Your buddhi has become achara varjita. So it is going in what? Perverse direction, such as coveting other people's possessions, other people's wives. Okay. So here, the Bhushana commentator, Ramayana Bhushana commentator, Govind Raja, given a detailed this one of what is the couched meaning here. When there are people, good people to advise us, we must respect and listen to their words. Not only does he stop by saying this, he actually quotes the Bhagavad Gita shloka. Any guesses which one he quotes? I've mentioned it before also. Vishnu Sahasranam class I've mentioned. I don't know how many of you have come for Vishnu Sahasranam class. Okay, let me just chant the shloka. You can actually repeat it. It's a very useful shloka. Tadvidhi pranipatena tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानम् ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः तद्विद्धि. This is how we must approach somebody for learning. We have so much ego in our daily lives that we don't realize that the person who is imparting learning has to be approached and dealt with in a certain way. Tadviddhi, in the way as is ordained by in our culture, with respect. Tadviddhi. Pranipatena, bowing sincerely, offering sincere namaskaras. Pariprashnena, do not just directly accept everything that he says. Ask questions, clear your doubts, but with the right attitude. Okay, there have been so many cases of people questioning in a kutarka way. We say, no, kutarka questioning is wrong. Kutarka questioning is obviously wrong because it doesn't help you. Ask with humility so that you will get the answer that you need. If the person is not able to give you the answer that you need, you will find the answer somewhere. But to get the answer, always ask with humility. If you ask in a kutarka way, you will never get the answer. So ask with humility. Pariprashnena, sevaya, do service to the Guru. If you do these four things, approach the Guru with humility, offer service to the Guru, ask with the right attitude, offer sincere namaskaras. If you do these four things to the Guru, then upadekshanti te jnanam. They will then give you jnana that you need. Who are they? Jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha, the knowers of the truth. They are Shrotriya Brahmanishta Gurus, okay, not normal people. Shrotriya Brahmanishta, so who heard the Vedas, they know, they live the reality of the truth. And for them, giving jnana becomes like a, what do you call, guaranteed. You will get the knowledge. Now, why is Ravana such a great, powerful king you have? You are. Look at the enemy. Look at Rama. What does he have? Vasishta. always respected there in his father's court. But like that, you have one rishi, you have one guru whom you listen to. Vibhishana, who is the knower of dharma, even in the previous class I mentioned, Vibhishana was blessed by Prajapati as the sole and authority of dharma in the Rakshasa kingdom. Do you listen to his words? No. Do you approach or treat him with respect? No. Let alone offering namaskaras. You can say, younger brother, okay, don't offer namaskaras. But if any good person was to come to your kingdom, what do? You sit on that high throne and make that person sit on a small seat in front of you in your darbar. This is how Ravana is known to have behaved, which is why all the rishis avoided Lanka like the plague. Okay, so no good people even visit your place because you don't treat them with respect. If you don't treat anyone with, if you don't treat people with knowledge with respect, you will not get knowledge. That is why your achara varjita viparita buddhi astita. Okay, that is how that is the intent behind this whole statement. And what do we therefore learn? How to learn from a guru. Okay, from this shloka. Then next shloka we will go on to. Is there any question on this particular shloka? Is it clear?
Ma'am, do you have the Bhagavad Gita shloka number, ma'am, for this
5
one?
point something. I don't remember.
5 point, chapter 5, ma'am.
Isn't it? Tadviti pradipatena Krishna Siriya Upadesham. Let me confirm and tell you, no? I'm just running through the shlokas in my mind. I'm not able to place it. Okay. Vacho mithya pranītātmā, vacho mithya pranītātmā, pathya-muktam vichakshanaihi, pathya-muktam vichakshanaihi, राक्षसानाम अभावाय राक्षसानाम अभावाय त्वं वान प्रतिपद्यसे त्वं वान प्रतिपद्यसे वचो मिथ्या प्रणीतात्मा पथ्यमुक्तं विचक्षणैः वचो मिथ्या प्रणीतात्मा पथ्यमुक्तं विचक्षणैः राक्षसानामभावाय त्वं वान प्रतिपद्यसे त्वं वान राक्षसानामभावाय त्वं वान प्रतिपद्यसे together वचो मिथ्या प्रणीतात्मा पथ्यमुक्तं विचक्षणैः राक्षसानाम् अभावाय. Thank you. 4.34. Yes. राक्षसानाम् अभावाय त्वं वान प्रतिपद्यसे. Okay, next shloka also we will chant and then see the meaning of both together. So I can actually do the Anvaya singly, but I want to complete the next one also today. Akritatmanamasadya, akritatmanamasadya, rajanam anagiratam, rajanam anagiratam. समृद्धानि विनश्यन्ति राष्ट्राणि नगराणि च समृद्धानि विनश्यन्ति राष्ट्राणि नगराणि च टुगेदर अकृतात्मानमासात्य राजानम् अनयेरतं समृद्धानि विनश्यन्ति राष्ट्राणि नगराणि च. So we will start with the previous shloka for the meaning. Vacho mithya. Okay, mithya pranitatma. What is the verb here? Na pratipadyase. You do not follow. Whom is he not following? He is not following satvachana of good people. So mithya pranitatma tvam. The word tvam means you. Mithya pranitatma is an adjective for you, Ravana. What is the meaning of mithya pranitatma? Tiraka commentary gives a beautiful etymology. Mithya means asat vastu, that which is not real. Okay. Pranitaha means praptaha, one is holding firmly to the unreal. Atma, manaha, one whose mind holds firmly to the unreal. Yasya saha, bahuvrihi samasa. Okay, so one whose mind holds firmly to unreal things only. Mithya pranitatma. So you are far off from being a jnani. Okay, mithya pranitatma tvam vichakshanaihi uktam patyam. Vichakshanaha means what? Exact opposite of mithya pranitatma. Vichakshana means what? Vichakshana means one with the correct kind of discrimination. Discrimination between what? Real and unreal. Viveki. Vichakshana means Viveki. So by Vivekis, many Vivekis, Uktam, spoken, Pathyam, proper, Vachaha, words. Rakshasanam abhavaya. For the sake of bringing destruction of Rakshasas, na pratipadyase, you do not follow. Hey, you fool. If you wanted the Rakshasas to sustain themselves, you will follow the words of advice given to you. It is because you are wishing for their downfall that you are not following the words of the wise. Same thing for us. Follow the words of advice given by the wise. If we want to be happy, if we want our lineage, our kula, our families to be happy, it is only for self-destructive purposes that we don't listen to good advice. Okay. But whose advice? Good advice. Please remember, it's not unsolicited advice. It is advice from good people only. So when a good person advises you, who's a good person who advises? Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashrena sevaya tells you. Jnaninaha, one who knows. Tattvadarshinaha, he knows what? He can see the truth. He knows the truth. He experiences the truth. The Vedanta word for this is Shrotriya Brahmanishtaha. One who has heard the truth, knows the truth, and is steadfast on the truth. Such a person, when he gives you advice, you should listen. Neighbor auntie, if she calls and tell you, yeah, it is a good time to buy a new car, you should not take their advice saying it is for the good of my family. Correct? We should take the right advice for the sake of our own self-improvement. Okay, so now we'll go to the next shloka. This is not to say your neighbor auntie could not be a jnani, but the same content of advice. Akritatmanam asadya. Okay, for this shloka, let's see the quick anvaya. Na vinashyanti. Vinashyanti, sorry, and it perishes and they get destroyed. What gets destroyed? Akritatmanam anayeratam rajanam asadya samriddhani rashtrani nagarani cha vinashyanti. Okay, akritatmanam, krita atmanaha. The word actually akritatmana has laukika meaning is foolish. Okay, if you look by the word akritatmanaha, the word has a deeper meaning and there is a second level of meaning. Second level of meaning is one who did not accept sadhupadesha. That we know in the context of these three shlokas. Akritatmanaha, one who does not accept good advice. The third and deeper meaning of the word akritatmanaha comes from the word itself. Atmanaha, self. Akrita atmanaha. Krita means the self has accomplished. What has it accomplished? Gaining knowledge. You have gained knowledge of the self. Akrita atmanaha, one without knowledge of self. Okay. Do you understand? What is the krita? Krita means what? Karyam, the work that has to be done. What is the work that has to be done? To know the self. Akrita atmanaha, one who does not know the self. Therefore what? One who is deluded, basically. Okay. So, is it clear? Is it too dry? Is it difficult to understand? Or are people writing and therefore not making eye contact and nodding? People are writing and therefore not making eye contact. If you want me to go slow and repeat, I will. Krita atmanaha, atmanaha, self, krita, done, okay, accomplished what? Knowledge of the self. Akrita atmanaha, not managed to get knowledge of the self. Therefore what? Deluded, stuck in the world. Okay, so ignorant, therefore. Foolish, one meaning. One who does not accept sadhupadesha, second meaning of the word akrita atmanaha. Third meaning of akrita atmanaha, deluded, ignorant person. Anaye ratam. Naya means what? That which is fair. Anaye means what? That which is unfair. Ratam, engaged in unfair practices. Rajanam, king. So what should be the king like? The king should know the self. The king should be a jnani. King should take advice of good people. King should not be foolish. King should engage in fair means. If the king does all this, Rajanam asadya, having attained. Samriddhani rashtrani nagarani cha. The prosperous kingdoms and cities, vinashyanti, get destroyed. So if you are a king who is foolish, if you don't listen to good advice, if you don't know yourself, if you are an ignorant person, if you are engaged in unfair work, then your kingdoms and your cities will perish. Advice for us. If we engage in unfair practices, if we do not spend time on self-inquiry, if we do foolish things, okay, and these are the things that will lead to our downfall in the long run. Okay, so the downfall of or the cons of not accepting Sadupadesha. Next shloka we will do in the subsequent class. We'll stop here.